All right, one of the questions I get asked quite often is how to hold on to a really large cat. How to, you know, I mean, look at the guy's neck, is just this big meaty neck. And he's a little aggressive, not too bad. I put him like at a 1 on the aggression scale of 1 to 10. But he's a handful. So how do you bathe a cat like this? Well, I always introduce them to the bath in the exact same manner. This guy actually does have a air muzzle on, of course, because he was trying to bite me while I was doing his nails and sani trim. But I'm going to introduce him to the water the same way I would any other cat. I've got a good firm scruff on him. If you're struggling with that, you just have to simply build up muscles in your scruffing arm. That's all there is to it. It's just, you gotta have a good scruffing hand. And or otherwise cats like this will be impossible. And then I've got my forearm down across his torso to take out all the jump or leap that he might want to throw in there just to fight and resist me. And by running the water this way, I can actually check it on my elbow before I actually put it on the cat and make sure that my temperature is good. And so I am making some adjustments here for that. And then I'm going to start in at the rear of the cat, and I can feel in the scruff whether, you know, how he's reacting to this. I can feel that first and foremost, if he's relaxing or edgy or anything like that, nervous, anything like that, and he's actually pretty chill about the whole thing. So, how do you hold on to these cats? How do you handle them? I'd say number 1, you've got to have an air muzzle. That way, if you must let go of the scruff, at least you don't have to worry about the teeth. So that is really important. And then you're going to have to build up the strong muscles here in your scruffing hand. And I won't lie, some of these cats are extremely difficult to keep a hold of safely. And so using your hand more along the shoulders of the cat, even doing things like while you're doing their belly, to rock them to the side and hold them by the upper part of their arm, or their foreleg, I should say, holding onto that so they don't have SWAT abilities with their leg, and you're not going to risk injuring their leg by holding at the upper shoulder area. Same principle here on the rear. I'm holding him by his thigh. This allows me to rock him over and be able to access other parts of his body, and that's a great technique to use for drying as well. And with the air muzzle on, we've taken out the worry of teeth. And one of my favorite ways to get the Chubbs bar going is, if I don't have to scruff the cat, is literally just to put my water right over the top of it and make a bit of a sudsy initial wetting down of the cat. That really helps penetrate and get that in there quickly. So there are handling methods for these really big beastly guys or kitties that you can work with, but really number 1, you're going to have an air muzzle to remove the teeth equation for your own safety. And then using some of the shoulder holds, good scruffing techniques, upper foreleg, upper thigh, upper rear leg, and make sure when you rock that cat over that this rear leg isn't stuck, so you're putting the cat in an awkward position and pulling on that leg in a weird way. That's not how they don't move like that, so they're going to react. So I've got to make sure to bring that around so he's actually laying on his hip. If I have a good hold on his thigh, then he's going to be in this position. There's nothing he can do about that at this point in time. And I don't have to worry about rear claws or teeth. I only have to worry about front claws, which are up there. As long as I stay out of the strike zone, that's going to work really well for me. With the air muzzle on, I also have the ability to lift up by the forelegs, just like this, and I can wash this whole belly area. I can rinse, lather, scrub. I can get the rear legs. There's just a lot that can be accessed in this manner. Now he is trying to pull his front legs out of my grip, so I do have a hold on him. I'm not doing a wimpy hold by any means. So there's that good, firm, calm control. We want to maintain a good, controlled environment where everybody's safe and we don't have any flail moving into frantic and freak out going on. That's so important. I cover that in the aggressive cat video. And so these are just some really good holds to use for these beefy, big-necked kitties that we encounter on a regular basis.